Good morning, and I'm Jodie, your guide for this morning's Yoga for Everybody's class. I'd like you to take a nice comfortable position on your back so that we can start our pranayama practice, our breathing exercises this morning. Place yourself the most comfortable as possible so you can really let yourself go. Make sure that your legs feel very comfortable. Even put the cushions under the knees or spread them out if that's better for you. Slide your shoulder blades down away from your ears. Adjust your hips. Make sure that your head is centered with your body. Then close your eyes. We're going to take a deep breath in and exhale as you relax. Again, take a deep breath in. Exhale fully and completely. And a third time, take a deep breath in and exhale to your maximum. So we're going to start really letting ourselves travel towards the insides so that your mind can go even away from your consciousness. And let the thoughts travel away. And it's normal if they come back from time to time, and whenever that happens, just let yourself, tell yourself that you can think about that letter so you can really come fully and completely into the practice. Make sure to take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, press your belly button slightly in towards your spine. So it's comfortable. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Let your thoughts drift further and further away from you, and notice how that starts to affect you. Normally, as we let the thoughts drift away, the breath becomes slower and deeper naturally. It's also a good idea to think about the fluidity of your breath. Start contracting your throat a tiny bit to start the Ujjayi breathing, which means the breath of the ocean in English. So we're going to create the sound of waves through our breath. So this breath is really magical because as soon as our bodies start to absorb this sound, stress hormones are no longer able to be released, and we actually start producing endorphins that help us heal and feel happier in our life. Feel also how your breath is starting to make your torso expand in the 3 dimensions with every inhalation. And as you exhale, notice how good that feels in your body. And during our pranayama exercises, change your attention, change your focus towards the inside, and take a moment to really notice how you're feeling this morning. Do you feel stressed? Do you feel relaxed? Do you feel excited? It doesn't matter. Just don't judge how you're feeling. Just note how you're feeling. And then you can start to feel how your physical body is this morning. Start from your head and just start noticing all the tensions, all the places that feel open and flexible. And work from your head down towards your feet, noticing every single sensation you have. And then again, we don't want to place any emotions on this. It's just a fact. also start noticing how you have that internal wisdom in your body, how you have a cellular memory, how to heal. And now start focusing all of your energy towards those areas of your body that do need extra help and healing. And even imagine all the cells in that area start moving in a different way, becoming more and more comfortable for you. Slowly start bringing your hands up above your heart and start rubbing the palms together. And when your palms become nice and warm, place them down over your eyes. And feel that energy coming in towards your face. Sometimes we can even notice little vibrations. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to the floor with the palms facing up towards the sky. Make sure you're still comfortable. And if you happen to still have a cushion under your knees, just push it to the side. So we're going to bend the knees, lift the feet just a little bit up off the floor. Make sure your hips are comfortable, and then we're going to start drawing the infinity sign in the sky with the knees. Experiment a little bit with the size and the shape of the movement to make sure that you're starting to wake up all that energy that rests at the base of the spine. So we're going to change directions as well. And keep noticing every sensation that you have with this movement. Very good. Come back to the center. And as you inhale, lift your feet up towards the sky and flex your feet. We're going to press the belly button in towards the spine, and as we exhale, bring the legs about halfway down. Keep pressing out through the heels. Keep your shoulders relaxed, and take a few more deep breaths here. Keep thinking about your abdominal strength. So when you inhale, you're going to feel your belly expand, but when you exhale, make sure that you press the belly button nice and strongly in towards the spine to activate the abdominal muscles. Now as you exhale, keep lowering the legs back to the floor. Very good. As you inhale, bring the right leg up towards the sky and hold on to your leg with your hands, or you can use your strap around the ball of the foot. If your low back is feeling sensitive, feel free to bend your left knee to put the left foot on the floor. Now, try to straighten your right knee, and as you exhale, pull the right leg just slightly in towards you so that you feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings. So every time we inhale, we're going to make sure that we straighten that right knee, and every time we exhale, we're going to see if the leg is able to come slightly forward. Very good. Now you can either hold on to the big toe with the first two fingers of the right hand, or place the strap in the right hand. Now press your left hip down to the floor, and as you exhale, lower the right leg towards the right, just till you feel a stretch in the inner thigh. As soon as you find the right angle, relax the inner thigh and let the gravity open the leg itself towards the floor. So you always have to keep that left hip glued down towards the floor. Excellent. As you inhale, bring the leg back to center. You can relax your arm, put the strap down to the floor. Point your big toe up towards the sky, and as you exhale, lower the leg back down halfway. And we're going to take a few deep breaths here. So it's really the movement in the abdominals here that's the most important. So as we inhale, you're going to feel the stomach expand. And as we exhale, we always press the belly button in towards the spine to keep the abdominals working. Very good. As we exhale, we're lowering the leg down towards the floor. Make sure that you adjust your hips if you need. And this time we're going to inhale and lift the left leg up towards the sky. And again, you can use your strap or hold on to your leg with your hands, whatever is more comfortable for you. Relax your shoulders, straighten your knee, and as you exhale, pull the leg slowly in towards your upper body, just until you feel a nice stretch. You don't want your leg to contract. So if you pull too hard or too close in towards your body, you're going to feel that stop. So you want to keep the leg still in a flexible position. So again, continue on with each inhalation straightening the knee and each exhalation pulling inwards. And notice all of that comfort coming into the back of the leg. Now you can either hold on to your big toe with the first two fingers of the left hand, let your right arm rest down on the ground, or you can also use a strap. As you exhale, let the left leg open towards the left. And remember, this time it's the right hip that has to stay down on the ground. So again, just open up until you feel a stretch. And often, you'll feel that the angles are different on one side or the other. Don't worry about that at all. It's just a feeling that we're looking for. The angles don't have to be the same as we begin. And notice with the gravity that your leg is going to naturally sink down to the floor. Inhale, bring your leg back to center. Let your arms rest down towards the sky. Point the big toe up towards the sky. We're going to press the belly button in towards the spine, and as you exhale, bring the leg halfway down. And again, we're going to hold it here to concentrate on that abdominal strength. So as you inhale, let the belly float up like a big, big balloon. And as you exhale, press the belly button in towards the spine. Again, inhale to the maximum. Exhale to the maximum, pressing the belly button into towards the spine. Now as we exhale, we're going to lower the legs slowly down towards the floor. Very good. Now bend your knees and walk the feet in towards the hips to get ready for the bridge posture. Then bend your elbows and bring them nice and tight in towards the rib cage. Inhale and press the feet against the mat to lift the hips up towards the sky. Make sure that you feel your weight on the shoulder blades and not on your neck. Walk the elbows in even deeper and see if you can hold onto your heels. You might have to walk your feet in a little bit more. And keep pressing the hips to the floor to lift the hips up. Now slowly let the legs go down towards the right. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, you're going to lean down towards the left side. So you're going to keep working at your own rhythm, inhaling to the center and exhaling side to side. So feel free to go at your own rhythm. Excellent. The next time you go down towards the right side, we're going to hold it there for a moment, and I'm going to give you the option of using the breath of fire, which is not always recommended if you're having any heat symptoms like diarrhea. So we do this by pumping the stomach. Now relax. Let your legs just melt down towards the floor and press your shoulder blades together even deeper to feel the stretch down the spine. Excellent. Inhale, bring your hips back up to center. Exhale, let them come down to the left side. Find a nice, comfortable position. And again, we're going to start the breath of fire, as long as that's a good breath for you. And relax. Excellent. Take a moment to arch your back a little bit more by squeezing the shoulder blades together. Then press your feet to get onto the floor to come back up to center. Relax your hands to the side and then exhale to come down one vertebrae at a time. Excellent. Bring the knees in towards your belly. Hold them with your hands and then just rock slightly side to side to make sure your back is nice and comfortable. Very good. Come back to center and either hold on to the back of your knees and open them up wider than your ribs, or hold on to the exterior of your feet and happy baby. Relax the shoulders and make sure that you relax the area around your tailbone and your back completely melt down to the ground. If you're comfortable, you can even pull your feet slightly down towards the floor. Excellent. Now cross your ankles and then re-hold the sides of your feet. And then you can start rocking on your spine forward and back from the tailbone to the head, as if you're massaging your spine. And as we come up with a momentum, you can go directly to your knees. If your knees are sensitive, feel free to fold your mat a few times to give you a little bit of extra padding. Now, let your tailbone go down towards the floor and open your knees to the same distance as your hips. Open your right hand to the side and inhale, lift it up towards the sky, feeling that the rib cage can open. And as you exhale, let yourself lean down towards the left. Take a few deep breaths here. You want to feel the stretch through the right side of the body. As you exhale, carefully place your right hand to your right heel. If you need to, turn your toes under to lift the heel up slightly to give you some extra space. Press the hips forward and then start making a few big circles with that right arm. Change directions. Very good. Let your arm come down, flex your abdominals, and then slowly come back to center. It's normal if you feel a little bit off balance at this moment, so we're going to do the other side. Turn your left hand open. Inhale, lift it up towards the sky. Exhale, slide the right hand down the right thighs. Relax your neck. Take a few deep breaths here. And notice again if you have one side that's more flexible than the other. So again, just go to wherever it feels appropriate for this angle. Now bring your hand back to the heel, and then we're going to take deep circles with the other arm. Excellent. Change directions as well. Very good. Now, you have the option of either placing your hands on your low back Or if you feel flexible enough, bring both hands to both heels and bring your head backwards. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press the hips forward. If it's comfortable, even let the neck fully come back. Super. Now press your belly button in towards the center and come back up to kneeling. Now we're going to go directly into a child's posture where I bring the hips back to the heels, extending the arms forward. You can press your hands down to the earth to really stretch the back out as much as possible. Take a few deep breaths here so that your breath can come back to its natural pace. Relax and let go of that posture. Excellent. Now come up onto all fours. So you can place your index fingers parallel and the rest of the fingers stretch out from there. So we're going to start with our cat and puppy posture. So as you exhale, you press the back upwards towards the sky. And when you inhale, let the belly come down towards the floor. Again, inhale, stretch the back up. Exhale, let it come down. Excellent. Last time, come back to the center and then press back to the child's pose one more time. Make sure that your hands are still shoulder distance apart. The index fingers are parallel. The rest of the fingers spread out from there, and then tuck your toes under the feet. And as you exhale, straighten the knees to come up to down dog. So we're going to walk the heels one at a time to make sure that we really relax the feet, the ankles, and the calves. Super. Now let the heels sink down towards the floor. And as you exhale, bend the knees down to the ground and let the forehead come down to the floor as well. Then slide the head forward like a snake to come into cobra posture. Try not to put much weight into your hands for the moment and really concentrate in on your abdominal strength. Relax your legs and your hips. And then as you exhale, bring the head down to the floor. Inhale, stretch back to child's posture. Press your hands on the mat and then tuck your toes under. Exhale, straighten the knees, and we're back into down dog. Excellent. Now again, bend your knees, place your forehead on the ground. Again, stretch and slide forward into cobra. This time we're going to put a little bit more weight into the hands. And then you can do big circles with the shoulder and stretch the crown of the head up towards the sky. Excellent. As you exhale, bring the head down. Inhale. We're going to come back into child's posture. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, straighten the knees to come back to down dog. Excellent. Again, bend the knees. Bring the forehead to the ground. Slide forward into cobra. Good. Keep your hip bones on the ground. Relax your hips. Stretch up to the crown of the head. Very good. Exhale. Let your head come down to the mat. Keep your hands here for the next moment. Lift your feet up in the back. And then you can let the feet go side to side, kind of like the windshield wipers of a car to relax the low back. Excellent. Let the feet come down to the earth. Let the shoulders come back and down. Keep the elbows in towards the rib cage. Inhale. We're going to lift up to wherever we're comfortable in cobra. Relax the hips. And as you exhale, look towards the right side. Take a few deep breaths here. Excellent. Come back to center. And then as you exhale, look behind the left side. Make sure that you're feeling a nice twist in the spine. And then come back to center. And as you exhale, bring your forehead back down to the mat. So again, lift the feet up in the back. And then we're going to let the feet slide side to side. Again, just to make the low back more comfortable. Excellent. Let the feet come down to the mat. And then bring the right arm forward. Bend the left knee and hold on to the left foot with your hand. Excellent. Inhale. And as you exhale, press the foot backwards, and your shoulder and your knee will probably lift up off the ground. Look forward and keep pressing the foot strongly into the hand. Notice the sensation you have in the quadricep. Excellent. As you exhale, let the foot come down to the center of your hip. You can let your forehead rest on the ground if you like. So if you don't have a stretch in your quadricep right now, also take time to press your left hip bone down to the floor as well. Keep taking deep breaths in and out. Let go of all that muscular work and then slide your foot to the outside of the hap. And then again, if you're able to, push the foot down towards the earth. Make sure that you're comfortable, especially in your knees. Don't overstretch. Super. Now let the leg come down towards the floor, and we're going to change sides. So bring your left arm forward, bend your right knee, and then hold on to the foot with the hand. Inhale. And as you exhale, press your foot back into the hand. And that will probably lift up the right side of the body. And continue just to press the foot back towards the hand. Excellent. As you exhale, let the foot come down and then press the foot into the center of the hip. And if you're comfortable, bring your forehead down towards the mat. If you need an extra stretch, press your right hip down towards the floor. Excellent. As you exhale, place your foot to the outside of the hip and stretch it down towards the floor ever so gently as well. Take slow breaths and keep using the Ujjayi breath if you've let go. Excellent. Now we're going to bring the foot back to the center, readjust the hand, and then bend your left knee so that you can take both feet with both hands. Inhale, and as you exhale, push both feet into both hands for the bow posture. Look ahead, taking a few deep breaths. Very good. As you exhale, let yourself come back down to the mat, release your feet, and let your forehead come down to the mat to let the breath slowly come back to its natural rhythm. It's always important to let go of each posture before we begin another. Super. Now press your hands to the floor, and we're going to return to the child's posture. Press your hands to the floor so that you can stretch your back to the maximum. Very good. Now roll your toes under, straighten the knees, press the hips up towards the sky for down dog. This time we're going to inhale and lift the right leg behind, bend the knee, and as you exhale, bring the knee forwards between the two hands for pigeon posture. So now it's important to make sure that you feel your balance between the two legs. As soon as you feel the equal amount of weight on both sides, bring your forehead down towards the mat. Now, if you're feeling the stretch is too tight, bring the foot closer to the thigh. If you're feeling it's too easy, stretch your foot forward. And then you can really relax into the posture. If you like, bring your forehead down towards the mat. And make sure that you relax your hip muscles. Keep taking deep breaths and make sure that you listen in so that you know what's happening around your hips to make sure that we heal all that area. Excellent. Now start walking your hands in towards your knees. Tuck your left toes under and then step back to down dog. Turn the tailbone up towards the sky and then walk your heels one at a time. Just a few repetitions to make sure your hips feel comfortable again. Very good. Let the heel sink down towards the floor and then inhale, lift the left leg up, bend the leg at the knee. And then as you exhale, swing that left knee between the two hands. So again, we have to find that balance between the two sides. And as soon as you feel the equal amount of weight on your two legs, you can come down to your forearms. And so from here, you want to adjust that left foot to make sure that you have the perfect angle for you this morning. And don't worry, everyone's going to have different angles. And then consciously remind yourself to relax all the muscles in the left hip. So from time to time, you're going to feel that your hips release and you can sink down a little bit more towards the floor. But really take note, because subconsciously, this is a posture where we contract the hips a lot. So you really have to tell yourself to let the tensions melt out of the hip. Very good. Now walk your hands in towards your leg. Tuck your right toes under the foot. And as you exhale, return to down dog. And again, we're going to walk the dog one heel at a time to make sure we're feeling comfortable. Very good. Now press your hands to the earth to really stretch the back, turn the tailbone up, and let the heels sink down. Super. Now take a deep step forward with the right foot, and then walk your hands towards center, and let your head sink down towards the floor. Also, turn your big toes in towards center, and turn your tailbone up towards the sky. Relax your neck fully and completely. And then try to flex your feet so that you feel your arch lifting up. Very good. Now, interlace your fingers behind your back. And then stretch them forward. And inhale, lift up halfway, stretching the index fingers towards the front and feeling the length between the tailbone and the fingers. As you exhale, let your body come down slowly to the floor. And this time, we're going to bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, and let them slide towards the head. Relax your neck. Take time. You can even move your shoulders so you massage out any more tension around the shoulders. Now bring your hands back down to the earth. Walk your hands so that you can bring your right hand to your left ankle, and then lift the right hand up behind you in a twist. Stretch the fingers up towards the sky and take deep, deep breaths. Excellent. As you exhale, bring the hand down. Walk your hands towards the left side so that you can hold onto that ankle. And as you inhale, twist, stretching the right hand up towards the sky. Stretch the fingers out and feel that lift through the shoulder. Super. Exhale. Bring the left hand down, walk it towards center. And again, we're going to bring the hands behind the back. Interlace your fingers. Let your hands come down towards your head. And then this time we're going to make circles with the hands, really massaging the shoulders out. Take time to change sides, change directions as well. Excellent. Now bring your hands to your waist, and as we inhale, we're slowly going to come up to center. Super. Now this time, we're going to turn the toes towards the outside, lift the arms parallel with the palms facing up towards the sky, and then bend your elbows. As you exhale, squat down with the legs wide open. Let the tailbone sink down towards the floor. Very good. You want to imagine feeling that you're carrying the whole weight of the earth on those hands so the arms are nice and strong. Excellent. Now we're going to come down to a seated posture. You might want to start with your feet really at the top of your mat so that you have lots of space behind you. So think about massaging your spine again. I would like to show you the posture before you come into it in case you don't know, because once you're in the posture, you won't be able to see. So take your time to really stretch on the back. I'm going to show you quickly, so take your time when you do it. So when your legs come behind, you can support your back with your hands. If your feet touch the earth, you can bring your hands down to the floor. When your feet come behind, it's really important that your weight is on your shoulder blades and not on your head or on your neck. And when you're there, don't turn your head side to side. Make yourself feel stable. So again, take time to really rock back and forth on the spine so that your back is comfortable. Excellent. So, if you're finding that it's too much, bring your hips and slide them a little bit more towards the floor so that you can really relax your back in this. If you're really feeling good in this posture, feel free to interlace your fingers and bring your hands down to the mat. Again, take a few more deep breaths in and out. Excellent. From here, make sure that you place your hands on your low back, and this time the thumbs are going to place towards the waist. And inhale, lift your feet up towards the sky. Very good. Point your toes up. And then as you exhale, open your legs to a V. Nice and slowly. Make sure that you take deep and slow breaths. As you inhale, bring your feet back to the center, and we're gonna come and let the feet come back behind the head. Excellent. From here, slowly let your hands come down to the ground and roll down one vertebrae at a time. Very good. Notice how when you come down nice and slowly, each vertebrae adjusts to its proper position. As soon as your hips come down to the floor, bend your knees, bring them in towards the belly, hug them tight, and rock side to side. Very good. Let your knees come to the center. Open your arms nice and wide with the palms facing up towards the sun. And as you exhale, let the knees come down towards the right side. And just ever so slightly turn your head towards the left. Relax all of your muscles and concentrate on your breath. So this, again, we're going to let the breath slow down and become nice and deep. And as you inhaling to your maximum, you're going to feel your rib cage on the left side lift up towards the sky. And we let all the muscles relax on the exhalation. Pressing the belly button back in towards the center. Inhale, bring your legs back to the center. And then exhale, let the knees come down towards the left side. You can also adjust the level of your knees to make sure that you're having the best stretch for you this morning. And again, ever so slightly, turn your head towards the right. Breathe in nice and deeply. Relax your muscles and concentrate on your inhalation where you feel all of that expansion on the right side of the rib cage. Very good. Again, contract your abdominals and inhale, bring your knees back to the center. And as you exhale, bring your feet down to the ground with your knees still bent. So we're going to prepare for another bridge. So bring your feet in towards your hips. Bring your elbows in beside your ribs. Bend your elbows so that your hands face one another, the palms face one another. So again, press your feet towards the earth to lift up the hips. Walk your elbows in. Keep pushing your feet to the mat to lift the hips up. Then interlace the fingers underneath the hips. Excellent. Again, keep pressing the feet to the earth to keep the hips up. And this time we're going to make big circles with the hips. Inhaling up and around, exhaling down and around. It's always the breath that guides the movement. And then change directions. Excellent. Press the hips up again. Relax your hands, open the shoulder blades, and come down one vertebrae at a time. Very good. Now bring the knees in towards the belly, hug the knees with the hands, and rock side to side. Now again, we're going to rock on the spine to really massage the spine. Take your time. And come to a seated position. Relax the shoulders and lift the arms to the same height as the shoulders. So make sure that you're not stretching the arms forward, that the shoulder blades are still nice and tight on the back. And then cross your left elbow, your right elbow under the left. If you're finding it too much, you can also place your hands on the shoulders. Then inhale, lift the elbows up to the same height as the elbows, if that's possible, and slide the shoulder blades down. Keep taking a few deep, deep breaths. So you can stay here like this, staying nice and stable, if you find that enough of a stretch. If not, you can inhale, lift the elbows slightly up, exhale, let them come down. So we want to draw a straight line up and down, pointing the fingers up towards the sky as we move. Come back to the center. So again, you can stay stable, or this time you can make circles with the elbows. Inhaling up and around, exhaling down around, making sure that your torso stays steady as you do this. Change directions. Keep moving slowly with the breath. Super. Return to center, and as you exhale, let the hands come down. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, bring your hands towards your heart. And then exhale, let the hands come forward. Relax your shoulders. And just keep going forward until you feel a stretch. Sometimes you have really sore hands, fingers, thumbs, wrists. So really take your time here. The goal is just to feel a stretch and never pain. Excellent. As you exhale, release, shake out your hands and your arms to make sure that the circulation comes back. Now let's change directions. Lift the arms back up, and this time it's the left under the right. Lift the elbows more or less to the height of the shoulders, or again, remember you can place your hands on the shoulders if that's too tight for you. Relax your shoulder blades, lift the heart. And if you're feeling comfortable, inhale, lift the elbows up towards the sky, and then exhale, let them slide down. So it's just an option. Feel free to stay in that stable position if that's better for you. Remember, when we have lots of shoulder tension, the eagle arms can be very intense, so work at your own rhythm. Then change directions. So bring the arms back to center, and with the next exhalation, let the arms come down and cross at the wrists. Interlace your fingers, and then inhale, bring your hands up towards your heart, and as you exhale, let the arms come forward just to wherever you can and not further. Relax your face, relax your shoulders. And remember, the breath is always the most important thing as we practice. Very good. With the next exhalation, shake out your fingers, your hands, your shoulders. Very good. So now make sure you come to the center of your mat, bend your knees and place your feet on the earth. Take your thigh and roll it to the outside. So then you'll feel your hips really nice and solid on the mat. Keep your feet open, more or less the same distance as your hips. Bring your arms up, press your belly button in. The first objective here is just to put your toes on the mat and lift the heels. If you feel balanced, you can lift the feet up, which would be to lift the feet more or less the same height as the knees. There's a third position if you feel comfortable, and you can totally straighten the legs. So make sure you choose where you are feeling comfortable this morning. Take a few deep breaths here. And as you exhale, come down nice and slowly to the mat. Excellent. Now bend your knees. Relax your shoulders. Make sure your hips are comfortable. Lift your feet up just ever so slightly from the floor. And just like before, we're going to draw the infinity sign in the air with the knees. Notice if you're having any more little tensions that are left, and see if you can work them out. And notice how your back is feeling this morning. All that relief you've brought to it. Take time to change directions as well. Excellent. Come back to the center. And then as you exhale, lift your feet up towards the sky. Point the heels upwards. Press the belly button in. And then exhale and lower the legs slowly towards the ground. Then you can get ready for Savasana. So if you need any cushions or blankets, feel free to take them. So make sure you adjust your body so it's the most comfortable as possible. Now there's absolutely nothing else that you need to be doing. So just start letting your body relax. You don't need to be using any more muscular strength. We're just going to let the body sink down towards the ground with the gravity. And just like before, notice every single thing that you're feeling about your wellness this morning, whether it's physical, emotional, or spiritual. Because as we practice yoga, it's not just a physical sport. It's a total and complete system for health and well-being. Start learning about yourself through yourself. So we always want to keep focused on the present moment and being very honest with ourselves. So as you make your list of everything that you're feeling at the morning, notice what every single posture has done for you. Sometimes it's also interesting to notice the postures where we had the most difficulties, because sometimes those are the best postures that we need for healing. Because that way we know where we're holding on to our tensions and stress. And as you start noticing that inner wisdom of your body, notice how we're programmed to heal ourselves, and start noticing how you can be your own therapist. Remember, it's not only physical, we're also noticing how all the mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects are surfacing. Notice all the vibrations you're feeling in your body, how your circulation has changed. And you can even ask yourself, what's the best way, what are the best things to do for yourself and for your well-being, as well as for people around you. If you're still feeling any tensions, try to relax that area of your body even more. And then you can start wiggling your fingers and your toes to start bringing your consciousness back in towards the room. If you need to make any more stretches or movements, feel free. So you're going to start waking up nice and slowly. As soon as you're ready, press your cushion to the sides, bend your knees, and roll over on your right side in fetal position. You can even keep your eyes closed, and as you inhale, press your left hand towards the ground to help find your way up to sitting. Make sure you feel your back nice and long and straight. Relax your shoulders. Stretch your crown of your head up towards the sky, and then bring your hands to your heart in prayer. So we're going to sing Om to end the class. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Cette émission d'Accès est appuyée par Cogeco et est rendue possible grâce à la collaboration de la communauté avec Nous TV.